So there's two types of styles of leadership. There's autocratic and there's democratic. They both have pros and cons, and some suit different situations more than others. So autocratic is the kind of leadership where you will say, hey, look, we're going to do it this way. This is what you're going to do. This is how you're going to do it. You're going to do it how I said, and that's it. We're not going to discuss anything. We're not going to get personal. Just going to crack on and do it. And this is good in certain situations. Say, like if there's a newcomer, obviously they're not going to be able to have like a democratic approach where you'd be discussing your options. They don't know the options, so as an autocratic leader, sometimes you have to be like, look, you got to do it this way because otherwise you can't progress any further. Um, so, so if it's like newcomers of football, they have to learn the basics. There's no way about it. You can't just go straight into a game, going in blind in football because obviously you don't know the rules. You don't know what you're doing. You're just going to be running around, picking up the ball. People are going to be like, what the hell are you doing? So sometimes in leadership, you have to be quite stern. But the cons of this are that people might lack motivation if they have some sort of skill in it, and if they kind of know what they're doing, then an autocratic kind of leadership can demotivate people. They might kind of like work a lot slower, so they don't really want to do it their way. They don't really want to be told what to do. They'd rather do it like the way that they want to do. Say if it's like someone climbing high ropes, they're like, no, don't do it that way, do it this way. And it's like, mate, I know what I'm doing. Just leave me alone. And sometimes that way people can start get into conflict and get quite aggressive towards each other. But the pros of this are if someone doesn't know how to do something, and they're told to like climb the climbing wall a certain way, and they're like, right, yeah, just climb it on rainbow colours, don't climb it on green colours, because otherwise you'll just mess up. So newcomers would be more likely to follow the autocratic approach, whereas democratic is the approach where you go, so what do you want to do? How do you think it'll work? How do you think we can do it? What way do you think would work best? And they'll work out the options. And it's not so much that the leader will be the person to kind of ask the questions, but in the actual situation themselves, there won't really be a leader. They'll ask what you want to do, and then you'll do it. So it's not really like management where you're told what to do. It's kind of like everyone's the leader because they're discussing what they want to do rather than what one person wants to do. And if you form a team that is just as knowledgeable as each other, you're going to want to take this approach because you don't want to be having someone just shouting down your ear and you're like, mate, what are you doing? And like, I know how to do this, so stop shouting at me and stop telling me what to do. I know what to do. So this democratic leader will be like, yeah, let's just do something. Just there won't be the kind of people that will just be very lazy and be like, just do whatever you want. They'll be just as involved, hopefully. But the cons of this could be that things could start to go wrong if things aren't agreed, and people might start to be a bit aggressive if they can't make a decision on what they're going to do and what they want to do. Or things might just get out of hand because somebody wants to do something, someone else wants to do something else, and they might end up getting into conflict. But the pros of this are if you do sort it out, then people are more likely to be motivated and people are more likely to want to get on with it because they're getting it the way that they want it. So yeah, that's the two different styles of leadership.